Okay, so I'm gonna get right into this. I'm gonna do a movie review of Jurassic World Dominion, and I'll be honest, I was not impressed. Honest review, this movie never should have been made. But to me, I think the first one was really the only good one, and the best one, if you will. Honestly, I would have rather have watched Jurassic Park 3, or even Jurassic World, the first one. At least I'll give you a bit more, like, I guess, kind of nostalgia. Okay, but anyway, we're gonna have some heavy reviews, or not reviews, I'm sorry, some heavy spoilers in this. Because what can I say? The very beginning, they're already kind of copying the first one. They already have Elliot Sattler dressed up the same way, about the same way she is in the first movie. He even stands up on some ladder or whatever to take her sunglasses off and look at some fields that have just basically been turned into a desert. Because yeah, the big bad is basically evil corporation, and that's it. Not the world full of dinosaurs. No, 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 no. Evil corporation. It was like, was it Biosyn somehow created giant locusts and all that? And I'll be honest, that's kind of cool because Biosyn did do more than just try and steal dinosaurs. They were actually creating pesticides and stuff like that. And I think in the book they were sued for it or something happened. So that kind of works. If I'm right, we see the original Barbasol cannon and all that. But there's so many times like they try and make these dinosaurs too human without giving them real facial expressions. So there's a part where Blue, the raptor from the first Jurassic World, is there looking over Owen, Claire, and the little girl from Fallen Kingdom. And then it just pieces out, goes to its nest, and plays with this little baby raptor one. Or goes off to go hunt something. It looks like they're gonna hunt this little rabbit. Nope. Turns out, bigger animal, I forgot what kind, attacks a rabbit, and then they jump at the bigger animal basically for attacking the rabbit, or they eat it, but you know what I mean. So they do that. Baby raptor. Later on, the little girl somehow runs into the baby raptor. Blue sitting there looking like mad. And I said, well, you've been watching this whole time. You've been sitting there watching over this dude and his family. Now you're acting like somehow you don't know who the hell she is and everything like that. It just didn't add up. And honestly, there's no suspense. There is a part where a bad guy is literally like, they had like these little fights going on between a little herbivore and a carnivore dinosaur. Owen falls near the herbivore, it just sits there and gives him this little weird look. It's supposed to be cute. Gets up, fight ensues. He's able to knock down this bad guy. As soon as the bad guy falls down, the carnivore bites one hand, and the baby carnivore bites one hand, and the baby herbivore bites the other guy's hand, or bites the other hand, and holds this dude down. So Owen gets mad, they're messing up with the operation, or their little, what is it, basically taking carnivores and selling them, or just dinosaurs in general and selling them. So she has her team release like a baryonyx, I think. Baryonyx runs over there, eats the dude who's being held down by the two little dinosaurs. And while this dude's being eaten, Owen just gets on his little earpiece and talks to Claire and see if they found this little girl, because the little girl ran off to go find out who she really is, because now that she knows she's a clone, she's trying to figure out who she is and all this other stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. There's like 3 different stories kind of going on there. Owen and Claire's story, sort of, the little girls, and Grant and Elliot, and yes, Ian Malcolm's in there. They kind of shuffle them out there, like, I want to say around the end. And yeah, all of them are kind of supposed to be dressed like they were in the first movie. You even had Grant going up and digging for fossils. And yeah, there's no... Oh, sorry, I'm jumping ahead all over the place here. Yeah, because the same thing was that one raptor in Fallen Kingdom, where they point the laser light gun and the raptor chases him and all that. They have a whole squad of raptors now chasing him because they're able to do that laser light pointing thing in the middle of a city, and people were just walking around, and except for when the raptors like sniff at them as they run by. I think a T-Rex eats one dude or something, but then they're still in the building. It's just everywhere, and the CGI is so bad. It's like obvious CGI. There's a part where hiding from a T-Rex, which somehow finds a dead deer, even though it establishes vision based on movement. T-Rex sees a dead deer, runs over there. You have two characters hiding by standing still under a log, 10 feet from it. Gigantosaurus comes over, steals the T-Rex's deer. Angry, stuff like that. He doesn't fight, just bites the T-Rex on the nose and he pieces out. T-Rex pieces out. Plane crash. Obviously in the trailer with the pterodactyl when they were attacking it. God, this one was just, I swear, it was dull and boring at the beginning, then like picks up and non-stop action, the whole thing. It's like some Avengers movie. Yeah, Claire's sitting there trying to crawl away from this, some kind of carnivore, and what happens? She just slides herself under some water, then it roars above the water just next to her head, pieces out, walks away. She's about to get killed by the Dilophosaurus. It's already roaring in her face. She's like crying, like, oh shit, this is the final movie. They're probably actually are going to do it. Nope. Get saved. There is no suspense in this entire movie. None of the main characters die. Only bad guys pretty much get it. Ian Malcolm goes on a big tangent about violence and doom in humanity. Stuff like that. You couldn't get scared for any of the characters. There was nothing to worry about. Oh, I'm sorry. When they were hiding from the T-Rex, like here on this, there's like a piece of shrubbery in front of Owen, and it stands out because it's like the only real thing that you can tell is there, aside from the CGI jungle and the CGI dinosaur and so on. It is bad. No joke. I'm telling you now. I would rather suggest somebody rent out one of the theaters, like the Alamo Draft House, and I forget how much that is. I think it's like good. And just watch the first Jurassic Park movie in the theater. That would be way more worth it, if you got the money, obviously, than seeing this movie. Waiting in line, paying overpriced popcorn, your overpriced drink. Though I do like the theaters myself. I love the theater experience. But this movie, it was bad. The final kill, the final battle with the T-Rex and the Gigantosaurus. Some raptor bird thing, whatever, goes in there with these giant talons and they're fighting. And the T-Rex maybe was able to bite the Gigantosaurus and then run and then throws it with his mouth into the dinosaur's claws. While the other dinosaur stands there and waits. Oh, they even do a tease like the T-Rex dies. Gets knocked down, gets there, passed out, and then wait, like the helicopter lights when they're trying to get away, everyone's trying to get away, is there, and then you see when the T-Rex angry eye opens up and it gets up to fight the Gigantosaurus. I'm like, what the fuck is this? It was just, here's a dinosaur, here's a chase scene, another chase scene with some dinosaurs. Bad guy dies. I'm telling you guys now, don't waste your money. It's not worth it. It was trash. I'm begging you, don't support this. It was honestly offensive. I was a kid when I saw the first one in theaters, and damn, that was great. I'm not kidding, that was just... I honestly can't put it into words. And again, that's just my taste. I didn't like it. I thought it was dull, slow, boring, too predictable, too safe. I went to see a death like in the first Jurassic World, where like that woman gets picked up by the pteranodon, flung all over, splashed in the water, and then the Mosasaurus comes out and gets her. Like, that was probably the most realistic death in the Jurassic World franchise. Even though it was over the top, I'd rather see more of that. Anyway, that's my review. I'll see you guys Take care. Tell me what you think if you saw this movie. I didn't like it. I wasn't impressed.